Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. So today's going to be kind of a quick video. This is my Tenshock Formula 1 tunnel hull. Okay, super nice boat, 3S capable. Got a little lower unit here, some dirt on it. Okay, running a Sea King 60 amp ESC hubby wing with a Tenshock 1530 9-turn. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's like a 3400 kV motor. Okay, so Dr. Jet has a competition going on, and originally I was gonna build a boat for that, but I got so many little projects going on, big projects, I couldn't build a boat. So I was sitting here thinking, I was like, what's a good boat we can run 2S? Because the challenge is 10 laps around 2 buoys on 2S. Any boat hull, actually, nope, you cannot run a rigger. So I was like, what boat I could run 2S on and it would do some fast laps? So I was thinking this one, because it'll turn on a dime. It's not going to be fast because I'm not changing anything. Okay, I think it's like 2,500 RPM or something like that. On 2S, so we could prop up to like a 36-16 and probably turn some quick laps, hug the buoys, and get a pretty decent time. I also considered this boat. This is my homemade carbon fiber mono. I call it my Imperial Pocket Rocket. Now this boat may be more suitable for 2S operation because I have a 4300 kV motor in here with a 100 amp ESC. So we might try both, to be honest, because I could prop this one right here up to the moon and back because it's got an 8th shaft. Kind of restricted to prop size with this M4 threaded shaft. So I might just prep both of them up and go to the park pond with them. This thing right here, it will also turn on a dime. This one's a little more controllable. Actually, I don't know. This one right here, the way I have it designed, she will hook a turn in a heartbeat, right? Not even think twice about it. So, okay. So yeah, so I checked to make sure this pack would fit in here. It does. Actually, I need to take this out. But this 8400 milliamp 120C HC pack from SMC will fit. I also have a 5200 135C DV Extreme. So this one right here, it'll give us our 10 laps, high capacity. Okay, those batteries, I actually don't even know if they'll fit in here. So let's actually see before I get, because these are the only 2 sets of 2S batteries I own. Oh boy, it will fit. How far can we get this up? Ooh, okay, yeah, okay. So these are my 2 entries for the 2S challenge. Okay, I'll get that Imperial Pocket Rocket set up off camera. Figured I'll just do this one real quick. Let's go ahead and grease her up. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Jet has these fun little challenges, you know. 2S boat. He has prizes. I'm not really in for the prizes. I just figured I would run a boat and see what my time is compared to somebody else's. With my setup, seeing that I'm not like installing a true 2S motor, you know, so I'm actually running low RPM. Driving is where my time will come in. So I have to do some good driving. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I left the shaft in there and it's rusted. Oh, I hope the shaft makes it. Son of a sap sucker. This was a brand new shaft and I forgot to take it out. Yeah, it'll be alright. Hopefully. That don't look too bad. Yeah, when after you run your boats, take your shaft out. That's what happens, they'll rust. Even in fresh water, even running in fresh water, it don't look too bad. Yeah, this shaft right here, it don't, in these lower units, they're notorious for breaking. This is my second one. So is this bearing okay? Because it come out. Yeah, it looks good. Let's oil it while we got it out here. Okay. This battery is pretty heavy. It's about the same weight as my 3S pack that I'm running, so I'm going to be running a big prop, so I'm going to leave a nice sizable gap here so I don't freaking twist this cable. Okay, we're going to take this little 30. This is a 3019, which is great. It's perfect for this boat. It's not real stressful on the cable. So I think we're gonna run a little bit bigger, more aggressive prop for the challenge. Even though we gotta do 10 laps, I think this motor right here, it actually does great. It don't pull a whole lot of amperage, so I think we'll be able to prop it up and we'll be able to do our 10 laps. Let's put a new tune on it because we're going to be running a lower voltage, so I wanted to air the boat out a little bit. I was running a little up angle, right? A little up angle on my drive here, positive angle, but I've actually put a little bit of negative on it. Not much, like 1/10 of a degree negative. A 4500 kV surpass motor, rocket motor, and putting that in here. I think I can do it. If I do that, if I put that 4500 kV motor in here, run it on 2S, then those wires right there will be long enough. I'm thinking they will reach this guy right here. If I run it upside down, maybe run it upside down on this side so my plumbing all works out, I'm thinking it will reach it, you know. Shoot, it might reach it if I turn this motor. Let's try it. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm actually spinning this water jacket. I spun my motor so that my wires are on the bottom. Ooh, it's gonna be close, you guys. It's gonna be close. So I just kind of tighten down on this, and then I spin my jacket, loosen back up on it, spin it. Oh shit, we might be able to run it. Oh man, I might be able to run this. Let's see. Okay, so I think we can do it. You know what I'm going to do? I know this sounds silly, but it's going to work. So I'm going to take a foam block and cut it. I'm going to mount this on a foam block just like that, because it's not the side right here. It's not tall enough for this to set straight up and down because the ESC is too long. So we're going to just cut a little piece of foam to fit in there and mount it just like so. See if I got a piece that's going to fit in there so I don't have to cut nothing. I got a box full of foam blocks. Oh, that might work. Okay, we're gonna grind a little bit of this off. I've been meaning to do that anyway. Okay, a couple cuts with the side grinder. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, baby. Boom, shakalaka. Ooh. And I actually found My program card for that ESC. I have been looking everywhere for this. You guys know what time it is. So that was a really quick install. You know, I used that foam. It works. It's actually in place. That double side tape, I couldn't believe it actually stuck on there. Now, I don't recommend you using a foam block for like a Hobby Wing 180, you know, or like, I don't know, a high discharge boat. Like, it'll melt it. If it gets hot, it's going to freaking melt it. But this boat's lightweight. It never gets over 100 degrees, maybe 110, so I doubt it's going to melt that dense foam block. So it works. My only other option would be to put like a piece of carbon fiber in there and then epoxy it in, and I'm just not doing all that for this temporary setup because this ESC will be going back in my H17 after this little challenge is done. So that's why I didn't change out the connector. I just got me a little connector contraption here that we're going to go with a XT60 to EC5. Okay, pretty simple there. Velcro my SR515 receiver down so it stays in place. The on-off switch is kind of floating there. Oh yeah, we need to do a throttle calibration. Can't forget that. Full throttle. Full throttle. Full reverse. Neutral. Okay. You know what? Sometimes you can hear like an RPM difference from ESC to ESC, and I can hear an RPM, a slight difference. Same battery. It actually sounds like it's spooling up faster than that Sea King. I think we made the right choice. Okay, 10 laps. Oh yeah. The only thing I probably should do that I'm not going to do is change this connector, right? Because I usually run this ESC with 2200 milliamp packs, and I just don't want to have to change it out. So once I get this battery in here permanent, well, you know, Velcroed in for our run, I'll basically have to kind of push my wires down up here because this kind of goes lower. Okay, right here I might be able to get away with my wire hanging out like that, possibly. So let's see if this goes on. Yeah, there we go. Booyah, booyah. Okay, so I think I included a clip of my tune. Gonna run a little bit of down since we are running a lower voltage than I typically run. That should help air it out a little bit. You know, we'll see. We'll mess around with tuning it. It's so easy to I mean, two screws you loosen up, and you're able to pivot this bad boy. You know, the only thing I am worried about is the cable, but it's not a heavy setup. It's not a high RPM setup, so I think we'll be able to run this prop. You know, I think we'll be able to run it. I do. Got my little gap there. Make sure my motor's tight because I did loosen that up. So let me tighten down on this crimp. Yeah, okay. Like I said, we may change this motor out. I may just have one entry. I might just concentrate on this one because I have very limited time to get my entry in. We may change motors out because I think this is a 3.17 and I think this is a 3.17, so we should be able to just switch them out. Yeah, let's see here. 50, this is a 48, so yeah, it should fit. So I have 4 sets of packs, okay, and I think we'll just spend a day. I might run this boat the first day. We'll see which one shows more promise, right? And we'll go from there. I have 2 of these and I have 2 of these, and we'll just kind of run both boats and have some fun, you know? So yeah, the 2S challenge from Dr. Jet. He's got some prizes. Any boat, 2S, big boat, little boat, just not a rigger, right? So wish me luck. Wish me luck. We'll go out tomorrow or the next day, and you should see a video here shortly, okay? So appreciate you guys watching. Oh yeah, we got to make some buoys, so I got to figure something out for that. That should be simple. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.